welcome back to my channel. Today we will be diving headfirst into another squishy makeover. This time it will be a two-parter for a couple. The couple will be a cup of joe and a nice pink donut. Except this one's blue. That's alright. Both of the original squishies I unboxed in the previous video. So, let's begin. First up is the cup. Now, there wasn't much wrong with this cup squishy. The coloring was generic, but the black paint seemed to crinkle when squished, and the seams were all alright. Its only downfall is this plasticky sticker logo on the front. It's very similar to the before face up of the birthday squishy, but it's alright because we will be covering that later. Other than that, it has a nice squish and it's very fun to play with, as you can see here. So here's a sketch I made on some scrap paper of the plan I had for Joe. I do like to plan in advance as much as I can. From this sketch, you might have gathered that I want this cup to look like a police officer, a stereotypical one, but like one of those small town sheriffs. Think Charlie Swan from Twilight. So this cup needs a stash, a very cop-like stash, which will be cut out of this foam I bought off Amazon. All supplies I use will be in the description box below or on my website, which is also found below. This stash will also help cover that awful sticker, which I found out before that it was near next to impossible to remove. After removing the small baby cube from its mother, it was time to shape it into the perfect mustache. If only growing facial hair was this easy. I have pulled up a picture of this type of mustache to reference to when I was shaping the foam. It also took breaks to hold it up to the cup to get the sizing correct. Now, to clean up my workspace and to prepare to glue this piece of foam to the cup. Also, trimming up the edges of the cup to my liking. Getting out my fabric fusion, a popsicle stick, and a couple of rubber bands, I attached the mustache and allowed that to sit about a day or two to dry. Going back to referencing and finding inspiration for my projects, I did like to pull, I do like Twilight, and so whenever I was thinking of this cup in mind, I don't know why, but Charlie Swan kept sticking in my head. So I did use him as inspiration and even had a picture of him pulled up for reference when trying to copy the mustache. But yeah, so if you do see a little bit of him, that's why. Now I seem to have lost this bit of footage, but all I did was cover the exposed pieces of the squishy as well as the mustache with some slick paint, which you'll see me doing another round of. And I always do about 2 or 3 layers of this just to make sure everything's well protected and sealed in before doing the actual paint job. Now, after allowing these layers to dry, it was time to start laying down the base colors. I later go out to Walmart to buy the resealable, reusable cups to put paint in so I didn't have to color match every single time. But until I did color match every single time. So you see me mixing out the perfect police officer blue, a black for the mustache, and then some white for the top of the cup to help cover up the black, which I later turn into the police lights that you see on a police car. Hopefully not behind you, because that always scares me half to death. Always take several layers and sessions, but once I've got the color I want, I always check to see if the paint had any air bubbles and if it still squishes nicely. Now, my camera at this point had gotten foggy for some reason. I apologize for the poor quality, but I do fix it later after I get the after shots of this squishy. After checking the paint job, I start adding the facial details and other smaller details like the eyes and stuff, using a dotting tool and black and white paint. In hindsight, I probably should have used a shade lighter or a shade darker of the base colors to do these highlights. However, I do like the white. I think it gives a very cartoon look, and I quite enjoy that one. Now on the back, I did write his name, Joe. You know, like Purple Joe. Like you do for Starbucks orders. So that's what you see there. I also put my initials on the bottom of him. That, however, you won't see just because I did it last minute. Also added a black drinking spout. Just to give it, I don't know, more realism. But here's the before and after. I actually think he turned out better after. Just seeing him afterwards always makes me smile. He's currently sitting at my work table. I see him every single day and it just brightens my day. Because this video is already so long, you will see his sidekick, the donut, next week. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Also, don't forget to hit that bell to get notified on my next upload, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!